Alright, I am currently printing a so-called temperature tower. Basically what I found through my own experience over about 4 years printing every day, that a temperature tower can literally be useless if the printer is not assembled properly according to factory specifications and the profiling in the slicer is incorrect. So temperature is not the only thing that will affect the print and cause stringing. And you can see here in this particular print, no stringing, and the current print, printing right now as you see it on video, you don't even have to take my word for it, no stringing. What I found is that if a printer is improperly assembled to begin with, then printing anything, including this tower, will cause stringing. And what happens is sometimes if the tower is printed incorrectly, it will give a false setting. And people will end up printing at 200 Celsius on the nozzle, which is way too cold for fusion. FDM printing is filament deposition modeling. It depends highly on fusion. If you drop the temperature below 200, because some user said so, that they do it too, that's not always the best situation. It's not the best case scenario. This is at 210. Alright? All the way from here to there. No stringing. And I'm going to prove that again through visual imaging. This is 210 on the nozzle. And the best thing about this, there's no heat to the bed. Right there. You can see the set point is 0. Non-heated bed, room temperature. Alright? As it's printing right now. So if you want to find the best temperature for a specific filament, be sure your printer is set up properly. This is a no frills, no bells and whistles, ENDER 3 printer. There's no added fan shrouds around it, no direct drive to add weight to the head at all. No electronic gizmo here for tramming, because you know what? This works the best. Alright, this is human touch. This is, instead of CR or CL touch or whatever, or BL touch, this is human touch. Right here. Once you've done this, then start printing. Don't do any lines or circles or squares or whatever G-codes to test your skill, when you can literally tram the bed one time, start the print, and this is what you'll get. Okay, every time. I mean, trust your skill level. Trust the fact you know how to tram the bed. Alright, we're going to look here at the extruder. There you see it for yourself. Not a metal extruder of any kind. That's the original extruder that came with the printer. All my ENDER 3s are still using the original extruder. Okay, so if that arm breaks, if the lever snaps, don't do what you've been told and change to metal. You can if you want, but honestly, keep the body. That way you don't have to do E-step, you don't have to do calibration, you don't have to constantly fiddle with an aftermarket extruder, metal extruder. The plastic one was designed to work for this printer. Change the arm, less than $3, about 5 minutes, and you're back to printing the same day at the same time you change it, no issues. Try it for yourself. No blue tube. This is not the blue aftermarket Bowden tube, because I print at less than or at least 210 Celsius, maybe a little more, 215, but anything above that will affect the Bowden tube if you print higher than that, because it will crystallize and you will have to make allowances for that. If you print PLA at, say, 210C, okay, 210 Celsius, as I'm doing now, you will see that anything else, it will be the cause, because 210 seems to be the optimum temperature. Check this out. Those are not yellow springs. They're not silicone chunks of rubber. Okay, these are the original springs because they work. There's no need, in my particular case, as you see here, no need to change them because they work as they were intended. So there you go. This is an Ender 3 printing as you see it now, with exactly as you see it happening. This is where my filament is. That's kind of weird. Yes, everybody seems to mount it up here. Then they have to have arms and levers and gizmos and gadgets to redirect the filament, when in fact the simplest thing is move it to the side, up above center, up about here, and you have all of this space to print here. I'd be more worried about this hitting this long before this hits this. Alright? This is more of a direct feed into the extruder right here. There's nothing to cause the filament to be stressed out by bending it in and down. This is straight in. So even if that's brittle filament, it'll still go straight in through the extruder, pushed down the Bowden tube, and onto the table. That's like ABC of printing, you know, printing 101. This is it right here. Okay, no stringing, no wrap, no brim, no messy ass glue stick. Alright, happy printing.